back to the channel if you have been here for a minute, or welcome if you're new. Today we're doing a budget with me. So, as a lot of you know right now, I do my plan with me's and my budget with me's separately. Eventually I would like to combine those, but right now it just makes sense for me to do it this way. So, I will be doing this for at least another month. Hopefully I can get it figured out to where I don't have to do it that long, but if I have to, that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and pull up our budget planner. So this is the Baddies and Budgets neutral budget planner. It is obviously from Baddies and Budgets. You can go to baddiesandbudgets.com. I do have an affiliate link, and I will put that down in the description. Hopefully I remember. But I love it. I have learned a lot on using the budget planners digitally, and I love doing digital, but I also love physically writing on paper and pen. So I still use, obviously, my paper and pen budget planner. Usually I use the Clever Fox, but this year I am just using a sorry, I get texts from the daycare that my kids are at, so I have to kind of make sure I pay attention there. So usually I use Clever Fox physical budget planners, and I absolutely love them, but this year I just went with something very simple, very cheap, very plain, and I am okay with it, but I miss my budget planner from Clever Fox, so I will be purchasing another one of those next year. First of all, we're just going to address, do you like my hearts that my 7-year-old made me? She sees that I make these little hearts everywhere, so she decided that she was also going to make hearts everywhere. It's super cute and I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and we're going to write in, I made $115 there. Now, if you have been with me for a minute, you know we have been struggling. Real struggle busting over here, okay? It has been interesting. You may hear my kids yelling in the background. My boyfriend is playing with them and taking care of them so that I can do this video. We're kind of doing a thing where like we're switching on and off who's taking care of them throughout the days, because they no longer have daycare because we're moving. And so instead of racking up a huge daycare bill, we decided to keep them home, but we both have been creating content, so it's one of those things where we're kind of trying to like divvy things up. He does a lot of streaming, and I really think it's super cool. Part of me is like, oh my gosh, I would love to stream, but the other part of me is like, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do it. But anyways, so we did see what our paycheck was going to be for the 20th. I was estimating like $50 for my final paycheck because I only had like one day on there. It's $190.36. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So we are going to go, let's see. So that was my first check. I didn't even write in my second check. What am I thinking? And third check. So my third check is going to be $190.36, which is great because actually I only budgeted. Oh, what in the world? I only budgeted for $50, so I'm gonna be realistic here. I'm gonna write down that I thought it was only gonna be $50, and that it was $190.36. I mean, that's amazing. And I also need to write in my makeup artistry stuff, but I will do that later. So, and also starting next month, I am going to be filling these portions out right now, since I haven't really had much of a job, it's been kind of tough. But if you caught my video from yesterday, you guys know your girl got a job, and I'm so freaking pumped. I start on the 31st, which I am going to write that in. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. First day at Walgreens. So I am starting at Walgreens. I will be a pharmacy technician in training. I don't have my pharmacy tech license yet, or certificate or whatever, but my manager said that he would help me get it taken care of. So super, super, super excited for that. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to start using this for my weekly check-in. Stop it. I love that. I forgot it was there. Okay, so starting next month, I'm also going to be using this. Okay, so I blanked for a second. Expense tracker. So you guys, I have not updated my expense tracker since the last time I did a budget with me. So that was what, 2 weeks ago, I think, last week, 2 weeks ago. So we are going to go ahead and update that baby right now. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I haven't done a whole lot different. So that's why $35.25 was my last amount, which was Domino's. It was on the 10th, but it came out on the 11th. I did my Vantage 1. 1208 came out. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go into this. 7/13. I had my CBS. Oops. I forgot this one is backwards in my physical planner. So subs, CBS, and I literally have a bunch of streaming services. I think I'm going to cut down on them though, for right now at least, because we don't always use them. Write down gas, Casey's. Oh wait, no, this was not gas. This was personal, Casey's, lotto tickets, and that was from when I did the Fun Friday. So I think that's what that was from. 7/13, I had another subscription come out, and that was my Netflix, which my accounts are being super weird right now. Like, my TV is not letting me watch anything but YouTube, and it's kind of driving me nuts because I don't always want to watch YouTube. I mean, typically I do, but sometimes I just want to watch other stuff. And I have it up on my my Mac right now because I'm using my phone to record, and my physical budget planner is over there, and I have to kind of go through and kind of organize that back out too. So 7/13, we had Walmart Supercenter, and I had to buy groceries that time. That was a grocery purchase. So we're gonna put groceries, Walmart, and the amount was $28.60. Oh. And then 7/13. This was another groceries, Walmart, and it was $53.85. That was my gas purchase. So 7/14, gas, Casey's. I typically only go to Casey's for gas because I just feel like it's the only true gas that is offered. I used to go to Murphy's in my hometown, which is connected to Walmart, if you don't know what Murphy's is. But I was like, oh my gosh, like, I just see such a big difference in how long my gas lasts and stuff like that. So I know that probably sounds really crazy and really dumb, but I just really prefer going to Walmart or, well, Casey's or Murphy's. So there's that. So we're going to put groceries here, and we're going to write down Walmart because that was another Walmart trip. And that was $5.28. Actually, nope, that was a 602. Okay. So over here, we're going to write down 717. And this was, actually we'll write down health. And this was 22. $22.04. I had to get ibuprofen and all that stuff for me and for my kids because we all were sick this week. Craziness. I was just praying that it was going to be gone by the time this weekend came because I did not want to miss my friend's wedding. So thank goodness for that. And I think Noah's just going to keep the kids at my mom and dad's house to be safe because my friend has her own kids and her own family to watch out for. And I would hate for my family to come in and get somebody sick who could possibly not do well with it. My dad will not be home. He was transferred back to rehabilitation and he's doing awesome. I am super, super, super proud of him for everything he's doing. And so he will be hopefully coming home within the next month, but we will see. We'll take anything. Honestly, at this point, we'll take anything. I'm just excited to see him going home. So 717, we'll write down. So we wrote down groceries at Walmart, 602, personal Marshalls. You guys, I'm going to have to. I found my new favorite shirt. Okay, it's my new favorite shirt, and I'm going to be wearing it all fall long. And you guys are going to see it. I'm going to have to like insert a clip or I'll have to post it on my Instagram. Literally, I've been thinking about going to buy another one. Just because it's my favorite shirt. Oh, craziness. So I did end up buying more lotto tickets. Don't judge me. Sometimes I get in a mood where I'm like, I really want to do this. Okay, and then 2204, and then we've got, oh yeah, I bought one day, oh, you guys. So we just talked about how last month, I had to fix my car. Hello, sissy. All right, sorry, y'all. My baby girl came in. Her dad's having a hard time keeping her in there because I don't know if she just really wants to be around me or if she just knows that I'm doing something and she's like, hey. Anyways, so what I was telling you guys, oh y'all, so we all know my car was in the shop last month. $775 later, it's fixed. My sinking fund for my car is completely depleted, but I was like, you know what? It's fine because it's going to get taken care of. Like, everything's going to be fixed, so I don't have to worry about it. Wrong. So wrong on so many levels. I was so wrong, you guys. Oh my gosh. So we got in the car yesterday and I was going to take my daughters to school. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was the day before. So this happened on Monday. I was taking my daughters to school, to summer camp, and I was like, man, you know, my car's just kind of weird, and I turned it on, and it was doing this flashing light that said charging system service now or something like that. So I was like, don't know what that is. So I called my mom and dad. Mind you, my dad is in the hospital at this point still. I say, guys, do you have any idea what this is, like, what's going on? And my dad told me exactly what it was. He said, it's either your alternator or your battery. So I was like, oh, frick. Okay, so I took my kids to daycare, and I was like halfway tempted to not not go and get it taken care of. This was new shoes for my kiddos. Shoes and lunches. And this was $38.96. Oh, $38.93. Anyways, I was halfway tempted to not go because I was like, man, I'm just tired. I don't feel great. Like, I want to take a nap. I want to go to sleep. So I was like debating, and I was getting ready to turn to go back to my house, and instead I turned towards AutoZone. And thank goodness I did, because when I turned, it started to kind of get tight and a little bit wobbly, but I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then I turned into AutoZone, and my car like started shaking, like going like this, and it just stopped. And then all these lights were flashing and dinging at me like it was about to blow up. And I was like, oh, and I freaked out. And then my car just like completely shut down and said, press to restart or shut off engine. And I was like, how does that make sense? If I have to press to restart, that means it's off already, but you're saying to turn the engine off, and I don't understand. So I just pressed the button, and then it wouldn't turn over, and I was like, oh my gosh, because my car's a push start. So I kept pushing it. I was like, gosh dang it, I was in the middle of the entrance to AutoZone. Thank goodness I was there, because I walked in, I turned my flashers on, and I walked in, and I was like, I need help. And they were like, okay, what's going on? And I was like, well, my car is not supposed to be parked there. I was like, I don't know what is going on. Like, I told them, it said the signal it said this morning about charging system service now or something like that. And so little did I know, I was talking to my boyfriend's friend. I didn't even look at his name tag. I didn't bother to. I was talking to his friend and explaining everything to him, and he was the one who went out to check my car. And I was like, can you do like diagnostics or something? So he went out, and he was like, I can try, but I don't know that it's the battery. And he was like, I called my boyfriend telling him about it, and he was like, it's probably going to be, your, what in the world did I just spell? He said, it's probably going to be your alternator belt. And then his friend was looking at my car, and he was like, nope. He was like, this is definitely your alternator. He was like, your battery's fine. There's nothing wrong with your battery. He was like, but I can't check anything because the alternator's out. So, guys, I had to buy a new alternator for my car. My mom and dad let me borrow the money. I am going to pay them back, but because I just depleted $1,000 worth of money out of my sinking funds for my car to get fixed last month, I didn't have the money saved up this time. So next time, whenever I start my sinking funds, I'm going to have quite a bit put into my car maintenance fund, because I am terrified of that happening again. Awful, awful feeling. I hated it. Never recommend it ever again. Not at all. It was awful. So that sucked. And I'm actually going to write that down so that I remember. That was on the 17th. Yeah. Car broke. Wow. I don't know what's up with me today, but it needs to stop. down. Thank goodness this friend knew where to take it, because the last place we went to was like $160 for an hour of labor, where the person that we go to now only charges $86 or $85 an hour. So thank goodness. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and go over to this and look at that. Okay, so for subscriptions, I'm not gonna mark anything else out yet because I don't know that it's gonna be necessary or that it's gonna help us. But I am going to set this off to the side, and I'm gonna do a little breakdown with you guys. So, don't mind my chair. It's very squeaky and very, well, just very old. So, I'm gonna zoom you guys back out a little bit. All right. So my new job, I will be starting on the 31st. Ugh. So, with that being said, we're gonna do a rough estimate breakdown. So, and this is what I do all day long, every day. So if you like this kind of stuff, let me know. I love doing rough estimates and like just budgeting things out the way that I think it's gonna go. So I'm gonna write, wow, what the heck? Okay. I'm gonna say scratch that. That was awful. I'm flipping the page because that was terrible too. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, let me know. We're gonna write down rough estimate. And this is like my favorite thing to do. Okay, so we're gonna write with old house, which is the house we're in right now. We're moving next week. We're gonna take some stuff this weekend, but we're coming back on Monday with the trailer that my dad's letting us borrow, and we're gonna pack everything in and go back. And then I have a meeting with my advisors on Thursday for school. And then on Sunday, I need to do a drug test for my job. So it's like, there's a lot of stuff going on. So with my old house, we'll put $600 for rent because that's what I estimate every month. We'll put $150 for Ameren because I estimate about $300 a month for Ameren. Now, in my opinion, that is way too high, but we have been running really close to that with the AC, and it's been making me sick. So $250 for US Cellular, which is my my phone service. And I'm looking at switching over to somewhere else because US Cellular has been stinking it up lately. So $432 is my car payment. $214 is my car insurance. $30 is my life insurance. Oops. I know I'm missing things. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and estimate Capital One to be $50 and the Silver card to be $50. What else am I missing here? Oh, I know daycare, that's for sure. So daycare, and then we'll go to this, and we'll write out. I did an estimate yesterday, so that's why I'm like flipping back. I know it's only going to be $40 a month for Xfinity because it has always been that. There was a short period where they had it like way higher, and I was like, this is absolutely not working for me. So $60 is estimated for subs. $60 is also estimated for gym, and I don't think it'll ever be that much, but I don't know for sure. So, and then $50 for Orkin, which is just a maintenance we have them come spray for any type of bugs or anything. I have found, being a renter, it doesn't hurt to do that because, you know, a lot of the renters that we've dealt with have been awful. So it just gives me a little bit of peace of mind. And I think that's all I needed to write down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is my bills per month, and that is exactly why I do it. I break it up into bills, and then I break it up into my my wallet that I will need throughout the day-to-day basis, and then I break it down into like sinking funds and things like that. So that is what I'm doing here, and I've already got all of this figured up on another page, so I'm just going to be using this $2,096 per month estimated in bills, and then I'm just going to draw an arrow, and I'll write in without the old house, my monthly amount would be $1,346 per month. So, oops. I'll write per month in over here because it'll bother me if I don't. So that's what we're looking at, the differences being. However, my school is about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes from where my mom and dad live, which is where we're going to be staying for a short while. And then, you know what, here, I'll just flip over to this. So my parents live in a very, very, very small town, about an hour and 20 minutes from where I'm going to be going to school at. Now, where I go to school, I'm going to be driving from my parents' home to the school, I think 2 to 3 times a week to do my classes. And then on those days, I'll drive from there to my job at Walgreens, which is about 20 or 30 minutes from my school. So it'll kind of be a little bit of like a giant question mark. It's going to be an oversized question mark because I'm going to have to put a lot of money into driving. And that's fine, honestly, because it's still better than paying 2 rents, because right now we can't afford that. And this will give us the opportunity to save some money and hopefully get rid of this house so that we can save up some money to move out of my parents' house and into our own home come, you know, a few months down the road. Now, I personally don't want to move in the middle of winter, so if winter hits, I personally would like to just continue to save our money and just make the drives. But that's going to be something that him and I are going to talk about and that we'll sit and talk about with my parents as well. So I do have this breakdown. I have my bills with the old house included in, and then I have the breakdown of without the house. So you see a very large difference here. It's about $700, $800 difference. No, it's actually $750 difference. My bad. So then I went over to this part. Oh, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that off to the side because that was personal information. It was just my student ID, I guess, but still. Anyways, yeah, so I went in and I did after bills, and this is what I do all the time. I'll do after bills, I'll do my, you know, $3,088.72, which is what my estimate amount was to be made. So this would be my, you know, first paycheck of every month, and then these would be my paychecks after that. And then I added them up. That would make, $3,088.72. I will be getting student loans, so that will be helpful as well. So after bills, I have $3,088.72 minus $2,096. This is because that is the amount that I would be paying every month for if I still have the old house in my name. So $992.72 is what I would have left over. Now, right now, my breakdown looks a little crazy, and it's because I don't know how much I'm going to need weekly. So I am going to continue with the weekly check-ins. I'm going to pull the money out after I'm paid. I'm going to put half of it off to the side, and then I'm going to put the rest into weekly amounts. So $100 a week. Oh my goodness, is what I'm estimating in for gas. So that'll be $400 every month. $20 every week for home, which will be $80 a month. $10 every week for spending, $40 per month. $10 a week for me, $25 per week for food, $50 per week for my babies, $5 per week for miscellaneous, and $10 per week for my dog Nova. I don't know how necessarily it's going to end up looking like at the end of the day. Okay, sorry, I keep pausing because my daughter keeps coming in. She came in to tell me that she needed a drink. I was like, okay, well, you can either ask Daddy to get you one, or you wait just a minute and I'll get you one. And she said, okay. And then she ran over her toe as she shut the door. So she was like, oh, Mommy, I ran over my toe. Oh my gosh. Okay, so with this being the breakdown, we're left with $72.72. Now, there is a high possibility that I don't use all of this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so it's highly possible that I don't end up using these amounts, but this is what I'm going to estimate for at least the first month or two, just to make sure that I'm doing what I need to be doing, and I'm accounting for what needs to be accounted for. Now, we'll switch over to this side, and obviously I put or. If I can get rid of this house and we're able to stay with my parents and not have to pay for this house, then the monthly estimates will be very different. So the $3,088.72 minus the $1,346 is $1,742.72 left over. So the breakdown is the same. It would be the $100 per week for gas, $20 per week for home, $10 per week for spending, $10 per week for me, $25 per week for food, $50 per week for babies, $5 per week for miscellaneous, and $10 per week for Nova. And coming over here, that is, $822.72 left over for savings challenges, sinking funds, whatever the case may be. So there's a pretty big gap between these two. But at the end of the day, I think even with having to pay the extra money for the house every month, I think I'm going to be able to make my savings more than just the $72.72. If we could do this, that would be great, but I'm not going to feel like my world is ending being on this. If I end the month and I still have $200 left in my check or in my account for, not in my account because I do cash. So if I have $200 left in my gas envelope at the end of every month, then I know that I don't need $400. If I'm stacking up money like that, I don't need to budget $400, but it's there in case I need it because I do have a long drive every day. So, the rest of it seems pretty fair. The $50 per week for my kids is probably going to go down, but for right now, that's where we're going to stay because I do have kids in diapers and I need wipes and things like that. So those are things that are needed. But this is what my breakdown is looking like right now. Obviously, you know, it can change, but this is what it's looking like right now. And I am very excited about it. I'm praying that, you know, this works out. And that'll be that. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this back in. The last thing I want to talk about is my car payment does come out this month. So, or this week. So, you guys saw me pull the money. Oh, my goodness. Okay. You guys saw me pull the money out of my sinking funds. And I'm also going to be pulling money out of my wallet tomorrow. It'll be today, but you'll see it tomorrow. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here, and I will get all this stuff edited, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!